Tom Bergeron was one of the people in the Key Club many, many years ago, when the Key Club was a very small organization, and we basically could meet in a phone booth almost. And you and Ed and Brian came to me because the announcements were being read. This was also a ploy to get him to HAV, as he had to be heard by Ed. And so why don't we do the announcements as a Key Club public service? And it really was his first job. That was, I think, at 15, a sophomore.
That's right.
And you know that tape recorder with a suction cup on it? Yeah. You would bring it in with your eyes, absolutely. You won't believe what we have recorded, Mr. Madson. And then I would get called down to the principal's office because of what you had recorded. Probably the best one I remember is with, at the end of the announcements that day, being very somber, talk about Sutler saying, you know, just read them. This is what the principal wanted to do at that time. And that's all the news from Haverhill, and you turned on the tape recorder, and there was the toilet flushing. And I made it to the principal's office. There was the time right after.
He's got more. He's got more. Oh, coming back.
You didn't realize it, but a notice had just gone out to all the teachers. We couldn't even believe it today when you walk into a school and this sign is by Coca-Cola and everything else. But a notice went out that there could be no advertising in any classroom. And so as the teachers were taking down anything that had any advertising, you would just receive that beautiful compilation of recordings of all the old
radio commercials.
Commercials, yes, those big words. And your very first one was, and you were going to sponsor the news each day, the notices each day, with a different commercial. And the first one was the old lava commercial. I went down to the principal's office. And this went on for a few things. And also, going back to the Three Stooges, do you remember when you did the recording in the principal's office and brought it on stage?
Yes, it was our Three Stooges night. It was a fundraiser for the Key Club. And I figured, how cool will this be if while everybody's in there watching the shorts, I get Mo to address the audience. So I run into the principal's office, call Mo's house. By this point, he's going, why, I oughta. And he recorded a greeting. And remember when I got on stage, they didn't believe me at first until I pressed play.
That's right.
And then they knew.
As a sophomore at Haverhill High.